Greetings, scholars. I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about doing your research for your working bibliography. I've already talked to you about using YouTube, and now I want to talk to you about using your about using Google search engine. So for the Google search engine, um, I want you to use this because it's going to be easy, and because of the type of paper that we're doing on cancel culture, it's going to be your best source of information in order to find good information about your topic. So my topic that I'm going to use for an example for you is R. Kelly. So once I come up with my list of reasons why I want R. Kelly canceled, I'm going to do an individual Google search on my specific reasons. So one of my specific reasons was cancel R. Kelly because of his sexual abuse allegations. So for Google, I'm just going to put that in, and I've already done it. So I'm going to just type in R. Kelly sexual abuse allegations, and then I'm going to get my list of items that I'm going to go through. So I want to avoid Wikipedia for this one because I want to pull information out for my argument and my opposing view. Wikipedia was fine just for looking up biographical information about the subject, but for our support, for our arguments, for our opposing view, we really want to pull out something from scholarly sources. So I want to skip over Wikipedia. BBC is good. Uh, Anything that's a .gov, .org, I can use this. I can use New York Times. New York Times is a reputable newspaper. CNN is a reputable news organization. So I'm going to choose this article because I like the title R. Kelly victim testifies 20 years later about sexual abuse. And because I wanted to know about sexual abuse, I am going to pull this one as an example. So I'm going to click onto the article, and the article pops up. And one of the things I want you to notice about the article, you have the title, but always look for the author. Always look for the author of the article. And I see the author's name right here, Moog Sonia. And that is always going to be the first thing that I am going to need when I do this. If I go back to my Purdue Owl website, we were talking about the YouTube video, but actually for this one, I'm going to go back up to citing an entire website uh, for this. And I'm going to do something, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to pull out the author's last name, first name, period, the title, and we're going to do some other things. But right now, I'm looking at just this format, citing an entire website. And I'm only going to pull the information that I need. For this, I need, if I don't have an author, I'm going to start with the title of the website. I am going to give uh, the any information about where the website is located. I'm going to give the URL and I'm going to give an access date. So the second one is going to be more in line with what we're going to find first, which is because this has an author's name. So I'm going to go back to the article, and I am going to click off this. I'm going to go back to the article, and I'm going to start setting up my entry. I'm going to do this in Google Docs, and then I'm just going to do a copy and paste into Word to avoid doing two separate videos. So I'm going to start with the author's name. And when I go back here, everything has to be in alphabetical order. So the author's last name is Moog. In the alphabet, D comes before the letter M. So I'm just going to, since I've already started my formatting, I'm just going to hit enter. My computer's already set for double space. I am going to type the author's, excuse me, last name followed by a comma, excuse me, followed by the author's first name, Sonia. I'm going to put a period. I have this information on another screen, so I'm not going to jump back and forth. I'm just going to keep typing it from where I have it So next, I'm going to put the title. The title of the article, I'm going to write out the entire title. R. Kelly, victim. And remember capitalization. Everything has to be capitalized. It doesn't matter how it's written in the article. Don't do a copy and paste and it's lowercase because when you do it, you have to make sure that all important words in the title are capitalized. Um, the preposition about is not capitalized. Remember, we do not capitalize prepositions. Um, Everything else is capitalized. This is a long title, so it's and I have to type the full title, so and I'm talking and typing at the same time. So so I'm gonna put a period at the end of the title, and I'm going to put my quotation marks here. So I have the author's last name, comma, first name, period. Title of the article goes into quotation marks. I type the full title of the article. I do not capitalize prepositions. I do not capitalize prepositions here. So I have that. Then if I go back to my works cited list, I need to know the name of the organization that put this information on here. This information comes from CNN, so I'm going to type CNN followed by a comma. The title of the website is going to be in italics, so I'm going to go back here and I'm going to italicize this. Remember what we said to do the italics. We are going to click these three dots for more. Our toolbar opens, and I'm just going to hit the italicize button. I'm gonna give the dates. Remember, look for the dates in the article. So I go here. I have the title of the video. I have the author. I know it's from CNN. I'm looking at the date. The date is here, Friday, August 19th, 2022. And remember, when I do this, it is going to be the day. August, we're going to abbreviate it to the first three letters. We do this to all months except for May, June, and July. First three letters followed by a period. I'm going to give the year 2022. I'm going to put a comma, and now I need the title. I need the URL, so I'm going to go back here. I am just going to copy the URL. Excuse me. And I am going to paste the URL. I'm going to follow the URL with a period, and then I'm going to give the access date. So I'm going to type out access, and then your access date is always the date that you do this. So I'm doing this on 16 June 2025, and I'm going to end it with a period. So I want you to notice some things here, right? Because I'd already formatted the first article, my second article automatically formats, I have a hanging indentation. Look at how neat this looks. Look at how professional this looks. Yours has to be as neat and professional as mine. For those of you who are doing the Word document, it's going to be the same thing. I'm just going to, for this, I'm going to copy and I'm going to go to my Word document and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do, be a little cheap here. So I am going to go to my Word document and for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to paste the entry here. And when I pasted the entry here, it did not paste in formatted correctly, which is fine. I'm just going to backspace, and I can do the same thing that I did with the other entry. I'm just going to highlight it. I'm going to go to paragraph. I'm going to choose hanging. I'm going to click OK. And then I am going to simply double space this to get it right. Uh, it should look no different. Again, in the Word document, this looks neat. It looks professional. Everything is set up correctly. And this is easy. One of the reasons I'm asking you to pull entries from Google is to make this easy, right? You have an easy format to deal with. It's not gonna cost you a lot of time. It's not gonna require you to do a lot of overthinking that you would do for a more complex type of source that you would get. So I want you to do it this way. This is the Word document. Again, Word document looks neat. If I go back to my Google Doc, same thing. It looks neat. It looks professional. Everything is set up correctly. Um, and that's it, right? I want you to start looking for sources through Google, okay? Potential sources for your paper. Just do a quick Google search on what it is you want to find and create the citation for me for the works cited entry. If you have any questions, please feel free to watch this video over and over until you get it right. But if you have any questions, any problems that you run into, just email me at philip.blackman@aamu.edu and I will be more than happy to assist you. Uh, Good research to you, and I will see you in the next video.